Hello, wrestling fans. Just finished watching Monday Night Raw for June the 1st, 2026. The opening 20 minutes was Roman Reigns in the ring with the Usos. Jake Paul 2 came out. And since he lost yesterday, he now has to acknowledge Roman Reigns. He got down on one knee, acknowledged him, held his hand out. Roman picked him up. They hugged. Now Jake Paul 2 is all lovey WWE with Roman. And by he looked at Jay, he's like, I don't respect you, never will. Roman's like, I'll deal with this my way. Then backstage later on, Roman told Jay, go get ready for your King of the Ring matchup. Win it. Beat Cody. Bring that belt back to the bloodline. You be champion, I'll be champion. And told Jimmy, don't go with him. He's got to do this by himself. No Jacob Fatu, I noticed. So I'm like, okay, Jay's wrestling tonight. He never wrestled once, so I don't understand why Roman told him to go get ready. Apparently he's wrestling on SmackDown here this Friday or next week. He's got a lot of time to get ready, Roman. The opening match was the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. The first round's a fatal four-ways. That's cool. I like that. Then the singles all the way through to the end after that. And I love how the crowns are in trophy cases up on podiums on the stage. Oba Femi took on the Intercontinental Champion Penta. Took on Kamel Hayes, Solo Sikoa, so it was Monte Brandit. And the bell rang. They all attacked Oba. Kamel Hayes had a running cold breaker, stunned him. Oba went for the ropes, Penta did, moved to the outside, taking him down. Solo, who came out with Tall the Tongue, Irish whipped him face first into the ring post. Irish whipped him over the barricade. Oba had to help himself over it. That was hilarious. In the ring, Kamel Hayes did that awesome Hurricanrana into a faceplant buster on a Solo. Jumped up, turned around, freaking got Penta drivered. Big time by the champion, Penta. Then Solo's like, guys, Oba's up. Oba is ticked off. Back body drop Tala Tonga for the announce table. Freaking ran and steamed over Kamel Hayes on the outside for a running shoulder tackle. Got in the ring. Spine buster Penta big time. I thought he drove him through the ring with so much impact. Powerbomb toss Solo halfway across the ring. Sit down powerbombed up for the 1-2 freeze. Oba Femi was on to the second round of the King of the Ring tournament. He got on the mic and said, Brock, you delivered 7 F5s yesterday to beat me. I'm still standing, as you can see. You beat me once, I've beaten you once. We need a rubber match. Now, when you're not a coward and want to show up again, let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to destroy everybody in this tournament, beat Roman, or beat Cody to become champion on the main roster, whoever he decides to challenge. Love that intense promo for Oba Femi. If LA Knight doesn't win this tournament, Oba needs to win it to reestablish himself from losing to Brock Lesnar yesterday at Clash of Italy. Now, the other matchup in the tournament was a Fatal 4-Way Queen of the Ring first round matchup. This one was not so good. Guys, there was a lot of delay moves. There was a lot of getting in position for someone else to do a move, which I don't like. It was Last Legend and Julia from SmackDown against Roxanne Perez, Io Sky from Monday Night Raw in a Fatal 4-Way. Io Sky, at one point in the match, got up to the top rope. Julia ran up to butterfly suplexed off of it. 3 minutes she stood there. Kept looking behind her for Roxanne Last Legend run over, do that Tower of Doom they do out of the corner. Last Legend during the match picked up Julia, picked up Roxanne Perez, held her on both of them, just kept walking around. I'm like, are you going to do something? You're just going to hold on to them? She basically waited for Io Sky to get up the top rope to drop kick all 3 of them down. Also during the match, Io Sky struggled to do that jump up double stomp. She does off a roll up into the midsection on someone. Last Legend basically had to shove her off up in the air so Io could double stomp on the way down. Last Legend delivered last extension to Roxanne Perez after Roxanne did a run and kick to the back of the head on Io Sky. Then delivered last extension to Julia. Then she looked and see what corner Io Sky's up on the top rope, so she goes to pin the other person. She pins Julia. Well, hello. Of course, Io Sky's going to break it up to the top rope moonsault. She does. She gets the win. Io Sky advances into the tournament of the second round. So, if it wasn't for all the delays and getting in position for someone to do a move, that match would have been a lot better. Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, the general manager of AAA now, took on Rusev and Ethan Page. This was not a good match because it was one-sided. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee just basically used Rusev and Ethan Page as punching bags. Rusev, I don't know how many times he got Hurricanrana. He got Hurricanrana through the ropes to the outside. He got Hurricanrana into the ropes. Got Hurricanrana into Ethan Page. Ethan Page got Hurricanrana into the corner by Dragon Lee, and then Dragon Lee did those awesome kick strikes he does in the corner. Rusev, I did love this. He slapped friggin' Ethan Page so hard in the chest to tag in. Ethan Page like, dude, not so hard. Like, Rusev, he's your partner, man. Just tag in gently, dude. Jeez, I had hurt. And then he got in and told Dragon Lee, back off. I want Rey Mysterio. Dragon Lee goes tagging Rey. Rusev tricked him, spun him around into a turtle roll spin out slam. Then Ethan Page got in, applied a Boston Crab to Rey Mysterio. Dragon Lee super kicked him to break up that submission. Then Rey Mysterio, Hurricanrana, Rusev into Ethan Page. Dragon Lee, then Hurricanrana, Rusev through the ropes to the outside. And then Rey Mysterio hit the 619, dropping the dime on Ethan Page for the 1-2-3. Way too many freaking Hurricanranas in that match to keep track of. Your main event, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and they tore the freaking house down, like I knew they would, with Paul Heyman on ringside. Seth, open hand slaps, just rocking Braun in the corner. Braun came out of that corner, but released German suplex. Rollins halfway across the ring. Did that grill press slam he does into a gut buster. Rollins fought back. Hit an inverted takedown on the outside after Braun was clearing off the announce tables. He took too long. Then Rollins super kicked him. Then Braun fought back. And you know how he jumps up the ring apron, does a clothesline off the apron, knocking him and the other guy over the announce table. Went to do that. Rollins jumped up, intercepted him. What a collision impact that was. Braun ran off one announce table to spear Rollins, who was on the other one. Rollins countered that and freaking pedigreed him for the announce table. Got him in the ring, pedigreed him again, curb stomped him. I thought that was it. Paul Heyman got Braun's foot on the ropes for a rope break. Rollins is furious, and he goes to deal with Paul Heyman. At this point, Austin Theory shows up. Now is Rollins at the back of the head with the title belt. And Rollins outside. Montez Ford comes out. No, I don't know where he came from. I don't know where the heck he came from, but all of a sudden he's in the ring. Does that running flip over the ring post he does. Knocks down Austin Theory on the outside. Gets up, breaker run, spears Montez Ford. Does that running spear he does to Rollins. Attempt, but instead he transitions that into a spinning elbow. Then he decides to go do the running spear. Rollins is smart. He knows it's coming because he's taking too many of them. Pulled Paul Heyman in the line of fire. Braun Breaker speared Paul Heyman for the barricade. And he's like, oh my God, what did I do to you? I just speared my Oracle. His expression was hilarious. He got in the ring and he speared Rollins, but Rollins grabbed hold of one of the World Tag Team title belts and put it around his waist. Bam! Braun hit that belt. He's out cold. Rollins curb stomped him for the 1-2-3 to pick up the win. Then he gives Montez Ford a thumbs up for the assist. And that's it for the matches. Definitely check out the opening, Man's King of the Ring. And definitely check out the main event. The must-see. The other matches, not worth watching in my opinion. Because one was one-sided or because of all the delays in that. Next week on Raw, we've got in the Queen of the Ring first round matchup, it's Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. I'm going to get to that in a second why she's in it. Versus Chelsea Green and Alexa Bliss. Then it's Seth Rollins versus Javon Evans versus Ricky Stenz versus Tala Tonga. So on SmackDown this Friday, where you're going to have Jay versus Royce Keys versus LA Knight versus Finn Balor, who, by the way, has been traded to SmackDown because Finn is done with the Judgment Day. He wants to move on in his career. Judgment Day said they're done with him, so he's moved to SmackDown. That's actually a good thing for Finn Balor. That gives him fresh new challenges, fresh new appointments on SmackDown to build up his career. So that match could be happening this Friday, or it could be the other four-way first round matchup, which is, who's in that? Anyway, Damian Priest is in that one. Anyways, it might be the other people. And then SmackDown announced they're going to have a Fatal 4-Way Women's match as well. Austin Theory was shown talking to Maxine Dupree again. Then Maxine Dupree approached Adam Pearce, is not happy that she's not in Queen of the Ring, that she got overlooked, and she wanted to know why Liv Morgan was in it. Because she's Women's World Champion. The winner fights that brand's main Women's Champion at the next pay-per-view, King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia happening. Liv's in the tournament because she wants to be a dual champion, basically, is what Adam Pearce mentions. Then tells Maxine Dupree, I'm sorry I overlooked you, but if a position opens up and someone gets hurt, you're first in line to get replacement. Then she stormed off and ran into Alpha Academy, and they want to know why she's been talking to Fury. And it's basically said, you joined the Division, and she's like, look, let me deal, I know what I'm doing. I think she's going to try to recruit them to join the Division as well, turn them heel. Saruga came out, thanked the fans for all the support throughout the years, especially the crowd yesterday for when she beat Becky to become Women's Intercontinental Champion. Huge fans response for Saruga saying you deserve it, way to go. And she's not going to be a fighting champion, so whoever wants to challenge me, step on up. The backstage, Bayley and Valkyria talk about, hey, I'm in one first round matchup, you're in the other one. We might end up fighting each other in the tournament. We're okay with that, right? Yeah. The Valkyria sees Saruga, runs over to her and says, I want to be the first in line to challenge you for that title because, remember folks, when Valkyria was Women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky beat her. And if Becky beat her, Valkyria couldn't challenge for that belt as long as Becky was champion. Now that Ruka's champion, she's allowed to challenge for that title again. So Saruga said, you're next in line. Whenever you want a title shot, go to Adam Pearce. Let's make it official. I cannot wait for Saruga or Valkyria to fight over that belt. Bayley didn't look happy that Valkyria is not only focusing on the tournament and Queen of the Ring, but she's also going after a singles title. Judgment Day is in the locker room, and Liv Morgan. Hello, little one. Hi. Sorry, my dog's feisty today. Liv Morgan don't even care. Roxanne's upset that she lost. She's like, oh well. Me and Dom are going to win the Queen and King of the Ring tournament. It doesn't matter. And Regal's like, Liv, I'm in the tournament still. Liv's like, yeah, me and Dominic's going to win it. Like, that's all they care about them. So, you notice, I love it. Roxanne, Regal, and JG just walked off. And Liv Dominic's like, what's the issue, right? Like, Liv's getting way too power hungry being champion. Never even defended it. And is in the tournament. And her Dominic are basically just telling Regal, Roxanne, JD, like, you're not even going to win it. We are. Also, LA Knight approached Adam Pearce backstage. And I love this. He's like, hey, Pearce, yeah. So, what, you honorary Uzi, like Sammy was, to the bloodline? He's like, no. Your favorite Roman Reigns. She said, you know what? Maybe I'll pull you out of retirement, whoop your butt, send you back in retirement. Yeah, and walked away. I love that intensity from LA Knight. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.